Jesus, is nuts. People refusing to see the movie because they'll say it'll ruin their childhoods. Oh, yeah, and the people who see it but say bad things about it will be sexist. I mean, well, it's just a movie. What's the big deal? Okay, look. Fuck this shit. I don't care. I'm not seeing the movie. If I don't see the movie, I can't have an opinion about it. Too bad for you, internet. That's it. I'm done. This is stupid. This is stupid. Cool.
Hey Neko, over here.
Who's there? What the? Is that you, Tommy?
I have possessed your cuddle clone to let you know that you are wrong.
Wrong about what?
Everything. The movie, the internet. Okay, maybe not about the internet, but there's no reason not to see a movie that at least looks a little interesting.
Interesting? Have you seen the trailer?
Oh yeah, but that's not the point. The point is, you can't let the internet dictate what you see or don't see, hear or not hear. Yes, things out there do suck, but it is our own personal experience with media that matters. Some things are so bad that they're kinda good, and some are so good that...
Wait, what's the point again?
Just watch the damn movie or I'll send you to purgatory.
What was... Oh, shit. Come on. Come on, pick up. Pick up. Hey, John! Johnny boy, hey! Old buddy, old pal, hi!
What is it now, Neko?
You wanna go see Ghostbusters? I can't believe they had a queefing joke in this movie. So anyway, we've seen Ghostbusters, the supposedly most controversial movie of the year. A comedy. First things first, I thought it was okay.
It was a decent movie.
Yeah, like it's...
I'm willing to eat crow on behalf of all of the male naysayers out there who didn't like the direction it was going in, but I laughed out loud.
It is, like, it really is funny. Now, like, it is one of its main saving graces. It is far from perfect, but overall, I did find it pretty funny, but that's not to say there's no, like, nitpicks. But first of all, the characters. I actually like the characters, the Ghostbusters.
So did I.
They definitely weren't intimidating. They weren't badass or kick-ass. Like, seriously, if I seen these women in the street coming after me, I'd be like, oh, let's have a slumber party! They were cute. They were so adorable. Like, it's kind of works in their favor, but at the same time, when they're out fighting ghosts, it's...
They played it straight. I mean, they were the Ghostbusters. They weren't out on any particular mission other than the whole, catching ghosts and, saving New York City. They weren't out there to kind of nail it home to the rest of us and just say, it's all about girl power and whatnot. I mean, it's...
Yes, it started off with them wanting to prove something, but they become heroes, and it's... Like, it was really fun to watch, but I guess you could say they use their wits more. The receptionist, though, he stole the show for me when he came in. Oh my god.
Chris Hemsworth, he got all the best laughs, I think.
It's like, oh my god, Thor. What is it about these movies now getting all these sexy younger Aussies that come in for these roles?
He'll become known as the other guy with the glasses from now on, because
Well,
that glasses
no.
joke was
No,
just
sort of.
was priceless.
I think they got the loudest laugh out at me, but he had real cute one-liners, and I think that's the biggest theme with the characters throughout the movie. It's all, they're just so damn adorable. Like, man, like I just want to take him and hug him to bits. He was amazing, and he's not in there all the time, but as soon as I see him on the screen, I'm like, oh my god, yay! The antagonist, though,
Not so memorable.
he
He kind of was just. He could have been interchangeable. He's like this really interchangeable character. You could have substituted him with anyone and nobody would have noticed.
Well, as soon as I saw him, I'm like, what a dork. Like, he's the kind of guy I would steal lunch money from.
Yeah.
And I want to know, like, why were they doing what he was doing? Like, I guess, you know, maybe he's just manic depressive, or he just wants to go after the people.
He seemed like a dead spirit trapped in a living spirit's body. Like, I didn't really catch what his beef was.
No, I guess he was like he was just doing what he was doing because, well, the Ghostbusters gotta fight something. Like, that's just the point. Like, it says so in the script. We need someone to do this, and that's why he's there. That's all I can think of. I can't think of any other reason why he doing what he was doing. I like the ghosts were okay though.
The ghosts were okay. The CGI was, as a lot of people say, was a little over the top. I mean, the effects in the original were more practical. They were more grounded in actual kind of, you know, handcrafted puppetry and whatnot. So, but on the whole, I mean, it didn't take away from the story.
It didn't. Like, and some of them I thought looked really pretty. You know, the CG did add a few things to it, but I'm with you. Like, I do have a sore spot for the practical effects, and I really did miss that. Now, we saw the 3D version, and you can really tell they were going out of their way to incorporate the 3D. What the ghosts were doing, like the sliding scenes, you can tell they were projecting the slime, or like trying to at the audience, or
during Times Square when all the ghosts were kind of circling around and then they're just kind of
yeah, and the clawing was going out. Yeah, one thing I just can't get my head around is the proton packs. Like, I know most people don't seem to have a problem with the proton packs. They do look okay for the most part. Like, they're not overly bulky. Like, I really love them in the original because you can tell they were trying to slap something together as like a prototype. But these, I cannot get over the lighting in the background, that red circle thing. It looked like something you find in an amusement park. Is it just me?
No, not at all. I mean, I kind of felt the same way, but on the whole, they looked a lot better than the proton packs from the first couple of movies.
I mean, they still look kind of crude, you know? I mean, they gotta put something together, like...
Well, you have to admit, they had a lot of really cool gadgets.
Yes!
For busting ghosts. I mean, if Ghostbusters 2 had those gadgets, it would have been a lot more...
Yeah, better than that
better movie.
NES Advanced controller.
That NES Advanced controller and a bigger PKE meter. But
Yeah, it's like Ghostbusters meets Batman. And like they were pretty creative too. Like, I like the little grenade thing, the little boom thing. You just throw it and it repels the ghost.
and
That
the
was
ghost chipper.
yeah, that was pretty
Turned him
cool.
into slime. That was cool.
Yeah, I like that.
Leslie Jones was a great Ghostbuster, I'll have to admit. I don't like the fact that she's been getting all of this beef on Twitter and from that, you know, pundit who was just all out about just kind of shredding her character. But
And there's no need of it. I mean, she really was funny. I mean, and that's the cool thing. Like, they all had this really good chemistry. Even if some of the humor was a little awkward at times, they really did have a good chemistry. And for the casting, I think they did a great job. You know, and when the whole thing was announced that okay, we're finally another Ghostbusters movie, but they're all female, I'm like, my reaction was okay. Let's see where it goes. And for this particular movie, I think it paid off. I mean, it didn't like you said, it didn't seem like it's coming about to be a girl power movie, although you mentioned this, and I totally see it. We all know that the stereotype of, we have receptionist, he's the hot guy, but he's a dimwit. All the men in this movie seemed...
not too bright.
Yeah, like they weren't all morons now, but it's the same. Like they're the only ones that know what's going on, and no one will believe it. Even the male cops, right? There's like they just don't. Like it's hard to describe. Like they're not idiots, but they're pretty gung ho with everything that's going on.
Well, yeah, there's that. I mean, I remember what my criticism was. I mean, people seem to be criticizing their depictions of men in the film for being too stupid, but my overall impression after getting out was that everyone in the film was kind of stupid to some degree or other. I mean, even the Ghostbusters themselves. I mean, when you just take out the technobabble and whatnot, I mean, they're not all that bright either. But I guess that's kind of the point that they were driving home. It's just kind of like a funny film. You're not meant to kind of...
It's a comedy, right? And that's why this whole controversy about it is really getting to me. Like, it's just a comedy. If you don't want to see it for whatever reason, that's fine. If you want to see it, that's great too. It's just a movie. It's not perfect, but overall it's fun and it's harmless. Like, what is up with the internet and this movie? I mean, originally I didn't really have much attention in seeing it, but I'll admit, like, the curiosity finally got to me, and I said, you know what? Why not? It's just a movie. It's just $10. Have at it. So overall, I like it, and I would recommend, even if you are a hardcore Ghostbusters fan, like if you're skeptical, I'd try it. I mean, definitely go see it. Like, you're definitely going to laugh at it.
You're definitely going to laugh at it, yeah, for sure.
Yeah, and if they make a sequel, which I'm pretty sure they will, I'm going to see it. Like, I like it enough to see a sequel from this.
Having heaped all this praise on the film, though, I will say that as a kid growing up in the 80s, like, I loved the Ghostbusters. I saw the films, I watched the television shows, I had the toys. I mean, Ghostbusters was the shit.
Oh,
and I think all of those 80s kids, where the controversy kind of stems from, I guess all of us were kind of hoping that it was going to be building to something really big, this kind of expanded universe where male and female Ghostbusters were kind of working together to just kind of bust ghosts and whatever. And even though the film, this reboot, was really funny, I think what it really kind of hammers home is the fact that the franchise is really just one big joke.
In a way, yes. And James Rolfe made a really good point about just the title, where it's just called Ghostbusters. They really are piggybacking on the name. Because I'm sure there's a whole generation of people who haven't seen the original Ghostbusters. And right now they're going to be known as the male Ghostbusters and the female Ghostbusters. And I liked what he said about couldn't they just added like Ghostbusters, add, tag name here, like Ghostbusters, the next generation, for example.
Who you're going to call her or whatever.
Yeah, like a secondary name, right? Like, it is a reboot, but just calling it Ghostbusters I don't think is really that appropriate, although it's not the worst thing on earth. But I would have liked it to be called something additional to just being Ghostbusters.
Just to distinguish it a little bit.
Yes, because the first two, they really are their own thing, and while the third movie, obviously fell through, this new one, I think it should be the start of something new, but still keep the old ones the way they are. Although the cameos were pretty cool.
The cameos were okay.
Yeah, they were fine.
I like Ernie Hudson's the best, I think. But again, you have to see the film to kind of... We're not going to give anything away.
Yeah. No, but try it, even if you're skeptical. I mean, I'm glad I saw it. Not the best thing ever, but it's funny, it's harmless. Why not?
I give it thumbs up for the comedy, not so much for the story.
Yeah, I'm the same way, in the middle. Good points, bad points. people who have level head on them is the squirrels. I can edit that out.
Sorry.
Don't answer the phone. That's a different ringtone.
Oh, those are my alarm. That's fine.
Oh, your alarm.
Yeah.
I thought it was a phone. Oh, that's the alarm that usually wakes you up?
Yep.
Ah.
Sorry. So what were we talking about again? We were talking about the